Good morning, good morning. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm in such a good mood, you guys. It's amazing. I can't believe it's 2025. Good morning, Brookie. Nice to see you. I hope you and your family had a good New Year's Eve and a great start to your new year. It just seems like 2024 went so fast. So crazy. But it's 2025 and I'm excited for the new year and positivity. So I had a great night. I got dressed up. I did 3 different looks. I did a red dress look. I did a jean and t-shirt look and then another dress. They will be up on they'll be up on God, I can't even think. YouTube. Sorry, you guys. Trying to think. So yeah, I'll be posting all 3 looks on my YouTube page. So I'm putting them out now. So, but there's 3 different looks I did. Okay, those are done. I'm doing it while I'm on the phone with you. You're already at work, but it was a good night. Damn, that sucks. You got to work the day after New Year's Eve, but hey, got to get them bills paid. So that sucks that you're at work, Brookie, but you know, I'm glad you're, bringing in the new year right. So I just posted my second look on YouTube, and now I'm going to post the third look. I'm going to put the third look up right now. Holiday pay is worth it. Oh, fuck yeah, holiday pay is worth it, girl. Trust me, I know. All right, and there's my last look. Michelle. My, Michelle. Good morning, honey bunny. I hope you and your family had a good New Year's Eve and a wonderful start to your new year. I'm having an amazing start to my new year. So, but yeah, there you guys go. I posted all 3 different looks on YouTube because I did 3 different looks. So they're all posted. Michelle, how are you? Did you guys do anything? I mean, I know you guys were hanging out at the house, but did you guys have a good time? What kind of movies did you watch? For real, for real. Michelle, if you want to hit the link, you can. You guys, I did pin the link. You don't have to come up if you don't want. Oh, thank you, Brookie. I know the red dress is my favorite. That's my favorite look is the red dress. So, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I had my hair curled. It took so long to do. Ugh, it was a pain, but I did it. Hubby had to go back to work last night, so I just chilled out and listened to music. Damn, Michelle, you should have hit me up, honey bunny. I would have talked to you. And Happy New Year to the people in the bushes. I hope you guys had an amazing night, an amazing start to your new year. So, people in the bushes, I appreciate you. The people in chat, I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's free of charge. And like I said, if anyone wants to hit the link, they can. They're going to have to turn on their camera. So, yes, It's right, Brookie. That is so true. That is so true because I'm done with all that. So thank you for putting a reminder up. But yeah, I left all of that in 2024. So I'm good. There's a huge weight lifted off my shoulder as soon as I left all the baggage from 2024 in 2024. So it makes my shoulders a lot lighter. So yeah. Um some interesting, well, it might not be interesting. Griswold, happy new year, honey. I'm glad to see you in here. Thank you for coming in, Griswold. I hope you and yours had an amazing evening last night, an amazing start to your new year. Um, just some funny little stuff that happened last night. We have these neighbors. Uh, they just moved in not too long ago. They're really noisy. They blare music, and the woman that lives there, I guess his wife, girlfriend, whatever she is, loves to come on the porch with her little karaoke machine and she like sings. It was so loud, you guys. My boyfriend bought me this really cool Bluetooth speaker for Christmas. It looks like, you remember the old diners that would have like the little miniature jukebox on the table and you could pick songs? Well, that's what it looks like. So I brought that out here yesterday and I started playing Adam Calhoun. I played Adam Calhoun, Pantera, and Rob Zombie. I kind of did like a music battle with them, and they decided they didn't like my music, so they turned their shit down and went inside. So I had to do a freaking battle just to get them to freaking turn their music down. And then, of course, once they did, I turned my music off and went about my business. So, yes, Griswold, I love you. You're such a good guy. Shoot, you're still drunk? Dang, you really tied one on last night, Griswold. Shoot, I had like a half a glass of wine to bring in the new year with my boyfriend, and that was it. Like, I can't even drink a whole glass of wine. I'm not a big drinker. So it's just crazy. But yeah, we had a good night. We chilled, cuddled up on the couch, watched movies, watched the ball drop. Well, he woke me up for the ball drop. I had him wake me up at midnight. So he woke me up. We brought in the new year, and then I went right back to bed. So, but yeah, it was fun. I mean, I always have fun with my boyfriend if we're just sitting there cuddled up watching a movie or if we're out fishing or whatever. Like, it's a lot of fun. I think we might go fishing today. I really want to go fishing. So, I think we're going to go fishing today, which will be so much fun. I love it. If y'all want to, if y'all are interested, I'm not saying that you are, but if you're interested and want to see all three of my different New Year's Eve outfits I did for pictures, go and look on my community wall. They're there. There's like 5 pictures of me in the red dress. There's like 3 pictures of me in the other dress, and then there's like 5 pictures of me in my jeans. In my t-shirt, I'm wearing an Adam Calhoun shirt that's from A-Cal Apparel. It's such an amazing, all of his shirts are amazing. I own like 10 or 11 shirts from him. So yeah, there's a plug for Adam Calhoun. If you all want some really awesome fucking t-shirts and shit like that, go to A-Cal Apparel. You will not be disappointed. Trust in that. Trust and believe. So, and then if anybody's interested, I don't know if you guys are on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I did do videos to the outfits I did for New Year's Eve. So if you have TikTok and you want to go and check it out, you're more than welcome to. Um, for anyone that's just come in or just come in the bushes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, y'all. I hope this starts an amazing year for everyone. I hope whatever bullshit or drama or anything else that my friends on here and everyone else, like, I hope they have a better year this year. I really do. Oh, let me see what Griswold's saying. Let me see here. Fishing, hell yeah, I will bring the booze. Worst case scenario, we catch a buzz fish. You're true, true, true. I would love for you to go fishing with me, Griswold. I love fishing. Like, that's one of my biggest things. I really love to fish. I mean, if you live in Florida, why not? Every day is a perfect day to go fishing. But yeah, you can bring the booze. Worst case, we catch a buzzfish. You're right, Griswold. But I would love that. It's snowing where you are today. It is 62 right now, and the high for today is like 79. So, Michelle wants to know, Griswold, what's your drink of choice, or just whatever? My drink of choice, if I'm going to drink alcohol, it's vodka and cranberry juice or Goldschlager. If I'm drinking wine, it's Riesling, and there's this one brand, it's called Relax. That's the only brand of Riesling wine I will smoke or drink. Duh. I'm fucking sitting here rolling a joint. I got thrown off. So, damn, Brookie. It's 33 and the high is 33. I feel for you, girl. That's why I don't live up north. My body can't do it. I've lived down here for almost 35 years now. You might as well say I'm a flow grown. I'm not a flow grown. I wasn't born here, but 35 years of being here. Yeah, my body's not made for the cold. All righty, Michelle. He's answering your questions. He says, I like Nat Daddies and Captain Morgan and Cola. Yeah, my daughter's got my oldest daughter, the one that's married. She's really into the Crown Royal Blackberry. I don't do any liquor that's brown liquor because brown liquor makes me extremely mean and violent. So I only do clear liquor. Like I'll do vodka, I'll do oh, I can't even think of it right now. I do vodka, I'll do the clear tequila. It's normally called like silver, but it's clear. But I can only drink clear liquor. I cannot drink brown liquor. I get mean as fuck. Happy New Year's, BB. It's nice to see you in here, hon. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. HQ, Happy New Year. Hashtag #1 community wall hard in 2025. We see you, boo. Okay, well, thank you for coming in, HQ. Happy New Year to you, sir. So, oh man, that's funny. I know, Michelle. God, we're such Gen X mean grannies, Michelle. Jeezle. Happy New Year to you, HQ. Happy New Year. I hope you have a wonderful 2025. To anyone that's in the bushes or in my chat, Happy New Year. Have a wonderful 2025. Michelle, I don't know if you feel like coming up, but if you do, you can grab the link, honey. Like I said, anyone can grab the link. There's just certain people that I'm not going to let up. And it's not because I'm trying to be a bitch or anything. It's just because I don't want to be porn bombed. So there's that. So, I mean, I had fun as hell yesterday with Becky and Michelle. I think we did a great live. I really do. Oh, it's cold where you are too, BB. I'm wearing a tank top and a really thin pair of pajama pants, and I'm sitting outside. So, yeah, not cold here. It's the one plus of living in Florida. Um, I don't know if people are in the bushes because they don't want to chat or whatever, but if you are listening, Marianne, Jen, Heather, I love you ladies, and I know I can trust you with my life. Becky G and Michelle are two other people that I can trust with my life. But if Jen, Marianne, or Heather are listening, I love you ladies. You mean the world to me. And I'm so glad to bring in 2025 with my besties. I really appreciate that. So, yes, 29, getting ready to cook a country breakfast. Oh, yeah, baby. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my to Marianne, to Jen, to Heather, Roland, Jonathan Evans, um, Griswold, Corliss, Ricky, Tattoo, No Life Mike, Caparo. The list goes on and on. Lori, Triple T, Vinny. I love y'all, and I hope you're bringing in the new year, and I hope you guys have an amazing 2025. You guys are amazing people. The people in my chat right now, you all are amazing, and even the people in the bushes are amazing. So, I'm heading your way. I will do the dishes. I know. I want to go too, Griswold. That sounds delish. You're making me hungry, BB. You're making me hungry, girl. So, but yeah, I mean, what did y'all do last night? Brookie, I know you had to work today, so did you just hang out at the house? Did anyone go out? Did anybody go like to watch the ball drop wherever they live or anything like that? You have some fruity pebbles. I'll add the milk for you. Michelle, you had me at fruity pebbles. Griswold, you tied one on. Excellent. But were you at home and tied one on, or did you go out to the bars and tie one on? I always feel like I have a better time at home when I'm drinking because I can play the music I want to play and I can smoke out, I can smoke my weed. So to me, the only kind of bars I go to is like pool halls because I do like to play pool. I'm not as good as I used to be because of my right arm only having 50% mobility in it. So I'm not as good as I used to be, but I still do really enjoy playing pool. So yeah, we made some art and relaxed. Awesome, awesome. Oh, you're making sausage gravy? Now I am on the way to your house, BB. She is, Griswold. She's talking my kind of language this morning. She is. She's talking my language. BB, you're winning me and Griswold over, boy. You're speaking our love language. I'm 5'3" and I weigh 110 pounds right now, but I love to get my fat girl on. You stayed home and fired up the girl. Awesome, awesome, Griswold. That's amazing. Like I said, me and my old man, we stayed home, cuddled up, watched movies, we ate. We just had a really good time. It was really enjoyable. And as far as this morning goes, it's been amazing. Give me 1 second, a minute. My dog is wanting to come on the porch. Give me a second. Doing a lot. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm back. I know I hate that air. I'm sorry, y'all, but I had to deal with that. So, but other than that, I think I might go fishing today. Good morning, Megan. Aussie 12. Happy New Year, girl. Happy New Year. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're getting a great start to your day. You're 6'3" and 230. That's not a fat guy to me, Griswold. You're so hot, you're so tall. Like that 230, I don't think you would be fat. Ooh, and fried potatoes. Quit speaking my love language, BB. I'm going to end up coming to see you if you keep speaking my love language. Yeah, Griswold, I don't think you're fat. That's not fat at all. Like, to be 6'3" and 230, that's not fucking fat at all. See, even Michelle agrees. You are not fat, Griswold. I don't want to hear you talking bad about yourself like that, Griswold. You're amazing. And I'm sure you are not fat, but you're an amazing guy. And I really appreciate you. And I have much love for you and your family. It's been too long, 11 p.m. here on the first, heading to bed. Oh, yeah, I know. It has been too long. I haven't seen you in forever, Megan. I've been wondering where you were at, girl, and I know you're, uh, you know, super different time zones being in Australia. So if it's 11 p.m. and you're heading to bed, Happy New Year, love. Happy New Year. And I hope you start coming around more. When I do lives, they're going to be so sporadic and it's going to be nothing but positivity. So there's going to be no drama, no shit talking. If that's what y'all want to do, my channel is not for you. So you're a lovable fat guy. You're not fat, Griswold. You are lovable, though, and huggable. But I don't think you're a fat guy. Oh, you got a new job, Megan? Awesome, awesome. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool. I know Griswold is such a sweetheart. He keeps trying to say at 6'3" and 230 pounds that he's fat. That is not fat. Not fat at all. Oh, you're working for a migraine charity there? Megan, I will tell you right now, I suffer from severe migraines. I get Botox. I have a shot that I have to give myself in the stomach every month, and I have Imitrex. So that's how they try to control migraines. But oh God, migraines are the worst. So that's awesome that you're working for a migraine charity. That's awesome, Megan. That really is. You would give Griswold a hug and you're not a hugger. Griswold is very huggable, you guys. Let's see. I've lost 30 pounds in the last 2 weeks and I don't know why. I hope it's not because of what I'm in remission for. So do I, BB. I'm sending prayers your way and love your way. Hopefully it's just, your body just losing weight. But I will be sending you prayers and love, because that's the scariest thing for me, because I'm in remission, but it scares me to death that it's going to come back. So it really does scare me. Like, that's the worst thing that could happen, is if either my cancer comes back to the same breast or if it metastasizes and moves somewhere else. Like, that's my biggest fear. It really is. So congratulations on the new job. I know you will school it. That's from Griswold to you, Megan. Oh, I will give you a hug too, Gris. You're huggable. Let's see what this says. I'm sorry. I get hemiplegic migraines, which looks like a stroke, and paralysis my entire left side from my head to my toe. They told me I have like ocular neuralgia, where it starts at the back of the base of my skull and runs up to the front of my head. You have a oh God, I can't even think of like what it's called, but it's like you've got a nerve. It's a nerve that runs from the base of your skull to the top of your head. And if that's where you're having issues at, that's what gives you so much migraines. I don't know if you've heard of that, Megan. It could be called something else, but that's the easiest way for me to describe it. But yeah, there you go, the ocular nerve. Yeah, I have ocular neuralgia. So, see, I knew Megan would know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, thank you. I knew you would know what I mean. Yeah, the ocular nerve. Yeah, it's bad. That's your ringtone. Embrace it. I change my ringtones like once a month. Right now, I have FJ Outlaw. Uh, Trailer Park Talk is what I'm doing right now. So, but I'm glad you knew what I was talking about, Megan. Megan, I'm sorry. I need you to turn on your camera a minute. Can you hold up your middle finger? Give me the bird. Can you give me the bird? Alrighty.
I will always give you the bird, my love. You don't have to ask. I'm kidding.
I
I'm
know,
kidding.
honey. I know, honey, but I
No,
got planned
sorry.
blind yesterday, so I gotta
Oh,
have
did you?
everybody turn their camera on.
No, I completely get it, but no one needs to be scared with my face after 3 vodkas this early on a new year. It's
Oh,
lovely to see you, my darling. Yes, I work for a migraine charity called Migraine Australia. Um, yeah, and it's something I'm very passionate about, having migraine myself and listening to people like yourself telling me their stories. Yeah, it's wonderful to hear your voice, my love. It's been way too long.
yes, it has been way too long. I'm so glad to hear your voice too. You know, I love your voice.
Ugh.
But yes, it's been
I
forever.
don't get I don't get why people love my voice as much as they do. When I was in LA, everyone was like, "Keep talking. We love your accent." And
Yeah,
I
it's
hear,
the accent. It's the accent, girl.
yeah, I hear my accent in my own ears and think, "Ugh." But I hear your accent, and it. I love your accent. And Grizz, I am not a hugger, as I said, but I would wrap my arms around you, darling heart. You are magnificent in your own body. Yeah, you're
Yes,
wonderful,
Griswold
Grizz.
is very huggable. I would definitely give him hugs.
I absolutely would, and I hate people touching me, but I would get a Grizz hug every day of the week, at
Yeah.
least twice. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's husband, he's not a hugger or anything. So when I see him, like even at Christmas, instead of giving him a hug, me and him just fist pump
I was going to
because
say,
he doesn't like
fist pump. I'm
a
happy to
fist
fist
pump.
pump
Yeah, yeah, I give
everyone,
him a
but
fist
yeah,
pump.
hug. Ooh, no, thank you. If I give you a hug or I say I will give you a hug, you are a very special person. So yeah,
Yeah, I respect my daughter's husband. He just his family was not very like they weren't like people that hugged you and stuff like
yeah,
that. So he just
yeah,
has an issue with it. So every time I see him, I just fist pump him. Although
yeah.
this year, although this year he gave me a hug for Christmas and I was shocked. I was like, holy moly. And
It's
he's
like
like,
best
well,
Christmas
it's
gift
Christmas.
ever. He hugged me.
Yeah, so he's like, it's Christmas. And I was like, so what you're saying is I have to wait until next Christmas to get another hug? He's like, yeah, probably.
I was going to say if it was me, I'd say maybe 3 Christmases from now, if you're
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah, right.
5 if you're really unlucky. Yeah, I was raised by my dad after a very messy divorce, and my dad would hug, but he didn't do it like spontaneously. Like there had to be a reason for the hug.
Yeah,
Having said that, I have a beautiful 5-year-old nephew who I adore, who will come running and hug me, and I just, without thinking, hug him. Um, Yeah, I think it's a mental block, as I said. Not that I'm not one of these people that you can touch me by all means, inappropriate places. I will say, just for clarification. But yeah, I've never been a hugger. Like when my dad died, everyone was coming up and hugging me, and it was just like, can you please not do that? I'm really
Oh
uncomfortable.
yeah, I could see freaking out. My stepfather passed away on November 13th,
Oh, my
a year
condolences.
ago, not this year, last year.
Last year,
And
yeah.
his daughter, which is my stepsister, she's never been a hugger or toucher. She cannot stand to be touched.
Mhm.
And she has a daughter. And now that the daughter's getting older, like when she was a baby, it wasn't a problem. But now
Right.
she's like, I think she's like 6 years old or maybe 5 years old. But when she goes up and runs to like hug her mom, my stepsister always says she feels so bad because, like, even though she's hugging her, it's still an issue with her that she doesn't even like to be touched. So it's a big thing for her to even show affection to her daughter because she just cannot stand being touched. It's how she's been since she was a little kid until now. Like, quite frankly, I'm surprised she even had a child. Like, even when she got married, she's very limited on the hugs and affection she even gives her husband just because she
It's
just
interesting.
can't stand it. It's something that I don't
Yeah.
know what it is with her. She just doesn't like it.
It's interesting. I'm thinking of my beloved grandfather who died in 2005. And, he'd been to the war, the Second World War. His father had been to the First World War, PTSD, whatever. I remember my grandfather wasn't one who showed emotion, real men don't cry and all of that. But when he gave you a hug, like just an off the cuff hug, or smiled at you, or showed some emotion, I guess, it meant something because it didn't come easily to him because of the PTSD, and he had a couple of nervous breakdowns. He was not well. And that, I think I sort of took, it's sort of 43 years of undoing sort of this behavior after my dad died, where it's okay to give a hug. As I said, I will throw my arms around my nephew who will come barreling towards me down the hallway. But he's only 5, so he doesn't know any differently.
Yeah.
Whereas if I went to hug my brother, who's 4 years younger than me, or my mother, I would still hug them. I wouldn't say I wouldn't hug them, but it's a different kind of hug where I will pick my nephew up and throw him in the air and hug him, whereas it's a little bit more reserved, I guess, with my brother and mother. I don't know if that makes sense, because you know what I mean, because we're older, we're adults, and we've been trained in that sort of mentality of real men don't cry, you don't show emotion, etc. I mean, I've got the psych degree behind me, and it's really interesting after my dad died, sort of undoing 43 years of behavior. I don't know.
It is. I mean, some people just don't like to be touched. My oldest daughter, she'll hug you and stuff, but she's not a big toucher either. She doesn't like to be touched, but she will give you hugs and kisses, but that's like reserved for her husband or me or her dad or her
Yeah,
sister
exactly.
or
It's
her
like
niece or her
uh,
niece, which is my granddaughter, like,
yeah,
but other than that, she doesn't like to be touched.
I won't spontaneously throw my hands around you unless you're in a very small circle of family, certainly, but acquaintances, even my best friend from school. It's not that I don't want to hug her. There's like not a wall, but there's something stopping me. Like, I don't know. I've had a couple of shots of vodka on an empty stomach, Cassie. So I don't know
Oh,
if
Lord, girl. Ooh,
I
you
don't know if
turning
any of
one
this
on
is
for New Year's, eh?
I don't know if any of this is making sense, but yeah, I think I'm more open now to doing it because after my dad died, I had a mental breakdown, quite a catastrophic one, and I just decided, this mindset that I had been in wasn't working for me anymore, which it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, I decided to change things, and it's a work in progress, as it always is. But I've made, my boss at work said, you're taking the whole month of January off because your nephew goes to school at the end of January and you won't get to see him. So I am telling you to take January off. And if there's anything in your inbox that needs doing, it'll be there in February. Now, for me, to take a whole month off work without looking at it is like panic inducing. It needs to be done. I have to do it. And my boss is like, don't you touch it.
Yeah.
Whereas 5 years ago, I'd be like, no, I'm not taking time off. I'm doing it. And if I get to see him before he goes to school, great. And if not, oh, well, that's, so yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's just everybody's different, but yeah, you are making sense. So,
Oh, first time for everything. I'm so glad I could make sense to you, my dear. Note the sarcasm, please.
yes, I know. Michelle said, "Oh, girl, you're feeling good right about now." LOL.
I'm feeling hopeful, Michelle, for the new year. I don't have any expectations for it. Whatever will happen, will happen. I think, again, after my dad's death, I'm in a good place, or a better place than I was in 2024, and I'm more open to whatever the world and the universe gives me. Let's just wait and see what happens, and also go out and grab what I want with both hands, which is a trip to Seattle for my 50th birthday in 2026. So I have to start saving the pennies for that, and that'll be something to
Yeah,
aim
because
for.
those are international flights, right?
Yeah, so I did a trip. I had 2 months, a month in LA and Seattle, and it cost me close to 75,000 Australian dollars. So I've decided to go back to Seattle, which is a place that's really pulling me back for my birthday, and also the 50th birthday of my favorite football team, the Seahawks.
Nice.
And I'm going to have to start saving pennies, but it gives me, as I said, something to I've been to Seattle, HBR, and I do want to go back. There are certain places in Seattle I'll grant you I won't go to, but yes, I definitely want to go back to Seattle. I was there in 2022, had the month of October, absolutely fell in love with the place, got to go to the first Starbucks, which is like, I want to say,
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have a question for you because somebody's in here saying that the ocular nerve is connected to your eyes. The ocular number definitely does not run from your spine to the top of your head. For one, I didn't say it ran from the spine. I said it ran from the back of my skull
it actually
the top
runs
of my head.
So when you feel that knob that's the top of your spine up into the back of your head, the ocular nerve actually, if my anatomy and physiology is correct from university, it actually winds to, as Cassie said, the back of the head. So the ocular nerve is part of the eye, and it joins the optic nerve, which is the nerve that runs to the eyeball. But what Cassie said, as I said, I need to check anatomy and physiology because I haven't done it for 7 years. I last did it in my second year of university. It does all connect. And also what you need to understand about migraine, actually, as migraine is a disorder, a genetic disorder of sensory processing. So if you've ever heard of sensory processing disorder, migraine is a genetic form of that. So I don't disagree with what you're saying, but it's not exactly correct. And as I said, I work for a migraine charity. This shit, excuse my language, Cassie.
Oh, honey, you can cuss. I cuss like a sailor.
Is ingrained in my brain to educate people. Not to say you're wrong, not to say you're right. I don't want to say that. But actually, part of what Cassie was saying is correct. Part of what you're saying is correct. But yeah. And actually,
thank you. I appreciate that, love.
And actually, as she didn't mention anything to do with headache, because if you know anything about migraine is so much more than just a headache.
Yeah, they're like, trust me,
If
I
you
hate getting the Botox done for my migraines. I get over like 50 freaking shots from the front of my head in my face, around my eyes, my back of my skull, my neck, and my shoulders. That shit's not fun. It hurts. Like,
no,
I don't know why people go and have it cosmetically done, because getting it done that way sucks. And I also have to take a shot in my stomach every month that I have to give myself.
I admire
that's fun. No.
So the type of migraine I have, which is called hemiplegic migraine, as I said in the comments, is what's known as the stroke-like migraine. So the first time I had a migraine, I thought I was having a stroke. I didn't know it was a type of migraine. So what happens is I will start getting pins and needles in my left hand, and then it will spread head to toe. I will get the visual aura, so I can be looking at Cassie's avatar, and I will get big black spots. I will get the zigzagging, the flashing lights, all of it. The first time I had it, I was home alone. I was cooking dinner, and I put tongs into my left hand, and I couldn't close my hand to use the tongs.
Yeah, I get that. I get the tingling and burning in my hands. They'll even go numb to where I can't even feel my fingertips. Like, you would think I'd be out in the middle of a snowstorm the way my hands and fingers.
Oh, you're singing to the choir, Cassie.
And, you know, it does. Like, I get migraines so bad behind my eyes, it's ridiculous. But migraines are way different than headaches.
I thought I was having I thought truly I was having either a heart attack, which my brother giggled at me and said, you can't have a heart attack because you need a heart. Thanks, prick. Or I was literally like my brain was going to explode with a stroke or an aneurysm. I'd never felt like that amount of pain. I went to bed. Like my mother, I was talking to my mother on the phone at the time I was having this first attack, and she said, are you drinking? Meaning, have you had a drink?
Yeah.
No, it's like, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I said, why? And she said, you're really starting to sound like you're drunk.
It has nothing to do with that. It's the migraines.
It's because my face is paralyzing, basically. Anyway, long story short, I'd gone to bed. I woke up 3 days later. I had no idea what happened. Went to the doctor for something unrelated, like a yearly medical, and he looked at me and he said, look, I don't think this is a stroke. Like, I don't think you've had a stroke. And I was like, oh, okay. What is it? And he said, have you ever heard of hemiplegic migraine? And I said, no, I know what a migraine is, like a really bad headache. And he said, I'm going to refer you to a friend of mine, which he did. get the scans. I was in an MRI and I'm claustrophobic, so that was fun. And he came back, he had the report sent to him and he said, I called it hemiplegic migraine. And the way I knew it is because I have the same kind of migraine. And he had finished an attack 3 days before I walked through his door with the same thing. And, it was just by chance that a general practitioner in a small country town was able to call it. But he couldn't definitively say it because he wasn't a neurologist. So, yeah, it's been interesting. I remember picking up my nephew losing all feeling in my arm for a migraine attack and literally throwing him across the room at my mother saying, you need to take him because I'm going to drop him on tiles. Fortunately, it's horrific.
I get vertigo really bad sometimes from it. I'll get vertigo. I can see spots. Like, do you remember when you guys were kids and you would push really hard on your eyelids and like when you would be doing it, how you see like all those little like spots? That's what happens to me. That's what happens to me, to where I have to go and take like an Imitrex, which is a very strong migraine medication.
Very strong medication.
And they only give you 9 of those a month. Like if you're a person with migraine, you treat those like they're gold.
You treat them like gold.
A gold bar,
You do not take them unless you're absolutely paralyzed by it.
Yeah.
And the other thing with me, Cassie, was I can't take any of the medication because my migraine attacks would start when I'm sound asleep in bed. So I can I kind of feel unwell. Oh, this is going to end in tears, and go to bed with maybe, the aura and whatnot, and then wake up in the full-blown attack. But one of our workers with the charity, my longest migraine has been close to 9 months continual. One of our dear
even though they ask me all the time when I go in, like to get my Botox and stuff, they're like, oh, how many migraines have you had this month? I'm like, all month long. I was like almost the whole month. I might have one day where I don't have migraines. I always up with a migraine. Like my head will hurt so bad it will literally wake me up out of sleep.
Yep, I've done
and
that.
But
one of my colleagues at work is going on to his 16th year of the same migraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I look at him and go, oh, well, mine, my last attack was a couple of months ago and it was 6 weeks. And I was talking to him, like this on a Zoom call, and I'm looking at him going, how do you cope with 16 years? 16 days is enough to have me completely climbing the walls and, wanting relief. But I stand corrected. 14 years. It's like, how do you cope? And he's like, I have no choice. I live alone. I have to survive. It's just like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It does. Like my mom used to get really bad migraines and she would constantly, hold on a second. Turn on your camera a minute, please, hon. Do you know how to do that, girly? All right, hold on. I'm going to add Michelle to the stage.
Hello, Michelle.
Hey, I don't have my camera attached.
Oh, okay. You don't have your avatar either.
Yeah, I know. I didn't feel like change. It was just like that, and I just come in with it. Sorry.
Yeah. Michelle, this is Megan. She's an amazing lady from Australia. Megan,
lovely
this
to meet
is
you.
Michelle.
Well, you too, Megan. You too.
Yeah, but I mean, look, migraine is part of my life. It doesn't define me. I'm, as I said, 14 years. That would, pardon the pun, Cassie, really do my head in. See what I did there? But, it's a part of me like all my other issues, But anyway, I'm going to stop talking, Michelle, so you can say some things if you want.
Oh, no, go ahead.
But yeah, apparently it's migraine is genetic, and I'm almost sure that on my family, it's my mother's side, but my mother is part Russian and Latvian, so it's really hard to get medical records to confirm.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I get it from my mom's side of the family. My mom gets migraines. My aunt gets such bad migraines to where she'll throw up. I get it from my mother's side of the family.
I think in the whole almost 24 years that I've had migraine, I've puked or had what I call the pukey migraine twice.
Yeah.
I've
thrown up from migraines quite a few times, like a lot. Hey, Vinny, love you, honey.
Hey,
Morning,
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Hey, Vinny.
Hey, Jonathan. Happy New Year. Sorry.
And I've only ever collapsed with a migraine, which was not the last migraine attack. I had the one before. Unfortunately, I was in my bedroom, which is one of the few carpeted rooms that I have in my house because I all have tile. Every other room is tiles and floorboards. And I remember I had a migraine. I got up and I fell onto the bed with this migraine, and it's the only time I've ever collapsed with a migraine. And as I said, thankfully, it was in my bedroom, so I fell under the bed and was like, oh, that's not cool. But yeah, I get the hemiplegic, which is the stroke-like migraines, and they're pretty severe. And less than 3% of the population get them in this country. So yeah.
Yeah, I know they are real bad. Like, I mean, I get horrible ones. It's so bad. It's like debilitating. Because if I have to take that Imitrex, that's it. I'm going in my bedroom. My bedroom is the darkest room in the house when lights aren't on. And I go in there and I have to lay in the darkness. And what I do is my brother bought me these little round, like little things you throw in your freezer, and they're made for your eyes. And she got me those.
Like an ice pack? Like an ice pack for your eyes?
Yeah, it's like an ice pack, but it's for your eyes. So they're separate. There's a circle and a circle, and you sit them on top of your eyes. Mine are actually Hello Kitty. But yeah, like I even read some stuff about migraines to where, like, if it's behind your eyes, take a spoon and put it in the freezer.
Yes,
and the back part of the spoon you can put on your eyes.
Never done that. I've never done that. I have heard. For me, I have a liter, it's a liter and a half, I think, coffee mug that my mother gave me, and it says, "Coffee first, your boring crap later." It's a liter mug. And the only thing that will kill, and it sounds counterintuitive, but for my hemiplegic migraine, the only thing that will kill my migraine is caffeine. I'm a caffeine addict. I drink triple shots of coffee all day.
Yeah, see, I don't do like anything with caffeine in it. But like if I have a migraine, like my boyfriend, he drinks coffee every morning. If I wake up with a migraine, I'll drink some of his coffee. But I'm not into any of that.
Let me grab the mug and I'll show you on camera this mug that my mother got me specifically. And the only time I will ever drink 14 cups of coffee in one day, which is the equivalent of 14 liters of coffee.
I know, that's a lot. Yeah, but my stepdad did that. My stepfather would drink coffee from the time he got up until like midnight. I was like, how do you even sleep?
I can't do that with insomnia. But Cassie, let me grab this mug and I'll show you it. Hang on.
Alrighty. So Michelle, how is your New Year doing, honey?
Oh, it was good. I don't do any caffeine. I only poison my grandchildren.
Yes, I know
stay away
that.
from it.
I know that, damn it.
I just wanted to let you know.
I know. You're out there passing around Mountain Dews at the bus stops. I know what you're doing.
I know. I'm trying to get everybody addicted.
When the
Gotta make
kids
money
come to
somehow.
your house for trick or treating, you rubber band a piece of candy around a can of Mountain Dew. All
Actually,
right,
what I do
Megan's
at
back. Let's take a check. Say what you want to say real quick, Michelle, and then we'll
Oh,
look
I
at
was
No,
just gonna
sorry, Michelle.
no, I was just gonna say at Halloween, I don't do the sodas. I just get the caffeine tablets. It's so much
Oh,
easier
yeah.
to give out to the kiddos.
Yeah, I
Oh,
give them mega long pixie sticks.
oh,
It's
listen,
an inside joke, Megan. Somebody accused us of being bad grandparents because Michelle let her grandson have some Mountain Dew, and I try to explain that
Oh, how
if
dare
you have
you,
a
Michelle? Oh,
child,
Michelle, time out. Bad
I know.
grandmother Mountain Dew? Oh, good Lord. Give them
Yeah.
give them a cup like this filled with triple and quadruple shots of coffee, girlfriend. Then you're best grandmother ever.
I
This
love
is
the cup. It's hilarious.
Yeah, my mother gave me this because I literally said this exact thing to her when she rang me in the middle of a migraine attack. So if you think I'm narky bitch without a migraine, multiply that 150 million times and you don't come close to what I am with a migraine. So this
Yeah.
ends up in, my mother sent this to me with a note that said, only use when you have a migraine. So this is a standard liter of coffee. If I am really bad with, so my last migraine attack, which lasted for 3.5 weeks, no, it didn't, 5.5 weeks, I was drinking 14 to 16 of these bad boys filled
Diesel.
a day, and then going to bed to sleep off the migraine.
I don't know how you can sleep and drink that much coffee. Like
Usually,
caffeine makes me really hyper.
Your body
Yeah,
gets adjusted to it.
it does me too, but then I take my magic melatonin and I sleep like a baby. Because I have insomnia as well.
Yeah.
So I usually stop drink, like I get up, have a cup of coffee when I first wake up, then have one sort of mid-morning, morning tea time, and then not drink. But because, as I said, my migraine attacks usually begin when I'm sound asleep, I need at least 3, and I'm drinking triple shot espressos, mind you.
Jeez.
If I don't have them, I underwent some pretty severe migraine withdrawal. I mean caffeine withdrawal. It's getting late. When I finished school and did my end of school exams, and I went cold turkey. I remember I had moved to Sydney to live with my grandparents, and I'd gone to the doctor explaining these severe headaches and whatnot. And he said, "When was your last coffee?" And I said, "Oh, about 8-9 weeks ago." And he said, "You've not had one since?" And I said, "No, why?" And he said, "You understand caffeine's a stimulant, don't you?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Then you also understand it's a drug and you've essentially gone cold turkey off it." So I was having withdrawal symptoms and it was brutal.
wow.
So, yeah, I don't drink as much as I used to, but yeah, if I have a pretty severe migraine that's paralyzed me, yeah, between 10 to 14 of those bad boys a day.
That's a lot, lady.
It is a huge amount of coffee, and my neurologist was concerned for my heart.
Yeah, my neurologist told me because I don't drink a lot of caffeine if I'm going to use it for a migraine to kind of watch it since I don't do a lot of caffeine. But the reason why me and Michelle were saying, we're bad grandparents because Michelle gave her grandson some Mountain Dew. A lot of people don't know if your kids are ADHD or ADD and you do not want to put them on medication. If you give them coffee or Mountain Dew or anything with a high caffeine level, it settles them down instead of making them hyper.
It absolutely
so
does.
for parents that don't want to put their kids on medicine, that's what they do. But this one person said that I was lying, that it wasn't true, and that we're
No.
just bad grandparents. So
Well, listen, if you're
it's
bad
funny.
grandparent, I chuckle when people say, "Oh, you're bad for drinking that much coffee, giving your kid Mountain Dew." It's like, no, I know the kid. My nephew has autism and other things, and it's the quickest way to settle him down, which sounds ridiculous because it's caffeine, and caffeine's a stimulant, and you're stirring him up. No, you give him a sip of Coke or Pepsi Max, or I drink Coke Zero. He likes, slugging out of my can. He calms straight down. And it's actually, he takes his medication. He's on Ritalin. But if you need a quick fix, or a quick, you need him to settle down because he's got a doctor's appointment or whatever, give him a hit of caffeine, because it does settle him down. I'm not saying you then get your kid addicted. I mean, my
no, but like my daughter is ADHD. She was on medicine from like middle school to like her first year, second year of high school. Well, the doctor wanted to up the dose, and my daughter didn't want to take it. So she had a discussion with her doctor and was like, look, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to be, relying on this medicine for the rest of my life. And he said that was fine. But he told her, he's like, before you go to school or whatever, either drink a coffee or a soda with caffeine in it, preferably Mountain Dew. He's like, if you don't like Mountain Dew, then, whatever other caffeine. So what my daughter does is, since she drives, on her way to school, she either stops at Starbucks or Dunkin', and she gets herself an iced coffee, and she'll take a monster with her to school. That way at lunchtime, she can drink that monster. And she said between the monster and the coffee that she's able to focus and do what she needs to do at school. So she's been off of her medicine now for like a year and a half. And anytime she feels like she can't focus, or if she's getting, hyper, that's what she does. And that's how she controls it now.
I think also what you need to remember, it's the same, we say it all the time with migraine, is if it works for you, it may not work for me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You've got to find, whether it's medication, whether it's Botox, whether it's for me personally with my migraine, it's caffeine. You know yourself what works for you. Your daughter knows that if she has the monster at this time of day, she's good. If she has it, it's the same with my nephew. He's on, as I said, he's on Ritalin at the moment because he's nearly diagnosed, and we're, everyone's still working out. But when he's coming off the medication. I have 4 cousins who were all ADHD, 2 brothers on each side of the family. You find what works for you and what works for the family. And it may not fit what everybody else does, but it works for you, and I think it's like migraine, as I said, it's not one size fits all. Everyone will do the same thing. It's what works for you. And if that works for your daughter, all power to your daughter,
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Cassie.
Oh, that's all right, honey.
Yeah, you're good, Michelle. Just mute me, Cassie. Let Michelle talk. I need to go to bed.
she was having a coughing fit. If I have a coughing fit from like smoking a joint while I'm on here with you guys, I mute so I'm not coughing.
No, I cough and sneeze, and I'll always mute. But if you want to jump in, Michelle, please do. I've been talking for a long time, so
No, I just wanted the fresh air. Even though it was cold outside, I wanted fresh air. So I had my window open last night, and now I'm paying the price for it.
Oh,
now
yeah.
I'm coughing and sneezing.
I bet.
So.
But
it's cold where Michelle is.
Here I am complaining about 84-degree temperatures at 11:30 at night. I'm going to shut my mouth and let you have your cold.
It's 27 here. So
Yeah, I'm going to get on. I need to drop because it's 25 to midnight. And if you think I talk shit most times, which you're correct, I'm talking it now because I really need to get some sleep. But yeah.
Oh, you did better than me. After like 4 or 5 shots of vodka, I don't know what I'd be saying at that point.
I know,
I had-
right?
I
I'd have a nice buzz.
I had 2.5 on a half empty stomach, which I really shouldn't have done.
Yeah,
but no.
not on an empty stomach.
No, half empty. I did have something a few hours ago for dinner, but yeah, not for vodka. But I finished the bottle that had been mocking me in my fridge for months. So
Oh, it's been looking at you saying, hey,
it's been looking
come
at
on,
you going,
Megan, it's time to have fun. Let's have a great
it's like,
time
you're not
tonight.
going to drink me. You're not drinking me for New Year's. Don't kid yourself. You're not. You're not. Oh, wait a minute. Just did. I need to get some more of my Kraken rum with coffee. Yeah, there's a drink.
You know what I've heard that's really good with coffee? I wouldn't know because I don't drink it, is rum shata. Have you ever heard of that?
Well, the Kraken, okay. In the spirit of disclosure, I'm going to say 2 things to you, ladies. One, I am a huge fan and foundation member of the Seattle Kraken hockey team. And the Kraken rum is the alcohol sponsor for the aforementioned Kraken team. I had never drunk a spiced rum until I had gotten an email from the Kraken hockey team saying their sponsor had brought out this new spiced rum with 3 shots of coffee in it.
Yeah.
Rum and coffee.
Rum shata is like rum and it's got I don't know, it's some kind of like creamer, whatever it is. But girl, you put that in your coffee, oh my God, it tastes just like the best coffee creamer ever. It doesn't even taste like you're drinking alcohol at all. And I can see somebody that's a good coffee drinker putting that in their coffee and having a little too much coffee because they're not realizing they're getting drunk as fuck.
So I would need this coffee mug to make that happen. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You'd probably need one or 2 of those and you'd be on your butt. You'd be like, woo.
Oh, I would, Cassie, I would only need to smell that shit and I'd be on my butt. Let's call it as it is. I am a tipsy alcoholic at the best of times, and being allergic to booze doesn't help. But you got me interested. I'm going to look into that, girl. I'm going to look into that.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends that say it's really good in coffee. Like, I used to go, and sometimes if I wanted to stay up, because I kind of go to sleep early. So my girl's father, like if we were going to go out for the whole night, the first drink I would have would be an Irish coffee. And then halfway through the night, I would do another Irish coffee because of the caffeine. So, it was the craziest thing with the caffeine in it. I barely felt like I was drunk, but I was drunk, but I didn't feel it.
Oh, yeah. You would have been 3 sheet. Yeah, I was going to say an Irish coffee. I haven't had one of those in way too long. But yeah, the thing with an Irish coffee is depending how, like I drink triple shots, quadruple shots of coffee, depending how strong you take your coffee, you don't know how much, I've only ever had a couple of Irish coffees made by an Irishman. That's all you need to know.
Well, I do it with real Irish, liquor. I don't have them use the fake shit.
In my family, on my dad's side, when you turn 13, it was the coming of age. And for Christmas, you got to have your first shot of Bailey's Irish cream and milk. The first time I ever had it, I went down with a migraine. I cannot drink Bailey's.
I can't drink anything with any kind of dairy in it. Like I don't.
No, I can't either. I can't.
I
can't
don't do
either.
Baileys. I don't
Oh, so
do
you
rum
can't
chata.
you
So
can't do the mudslides then.
yeah, no, I
Oh
don't do the
God,
mudslides or
Michelle,
anything. So
I can do a mudslide, but it's not going to end well with my stomach. I'll leave that
mm,
there. I'm lactose intolerant. I can do maybe 1.5 mudslides, but yeah, it's not ending well.
yeah,
Yeah, I turned 13 the December, first of December, Christmas comes around, can have my first Baileys, looking forward to it. Oh my God, I was so sick. Just even on the smell of it, before I'd even taken a sip of it, it was like, yeah, no, thank you. And I went to bed the whole of that Christmas. It was not pretty, but yeah, an Irish coffee. I need to make myself an Irish coffee. I haven't in the big mug. That would not end well, I think, if I had an Irish coffee in that.
yeah. I
But
do the real Irish whiskey. Like, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different like lower shelf stuff you can get it made with. But if I'm gonna have an Irish coffee, I
no,
want
you
real
gotta do
Irish
it
whiskey,
top
not
shelf.
bullshit. Yeah, I want top shelf, not fucking bottom
Yeah,
shelf.
no, if you're
Yeah.
gonna, I mean,
And
you can do
I
it.
used to be a bartender for years, so like
Oh, there you go.
I
So
I know the difference, you know.
So what are you using in your Irish coffee?
I use
Like,
Irish whiskey. Sometimes I use Jameson, but there's a
oh
brand down here,
God,
and
I
oh,
love
I can't think
Jameson.
of its name. Yeah, I love Jameson too for Irish coffee, but there's another
Yeah,
one and I forget what it's called. There used to be an Irish restaurant down here, and me and my
right.
daughter's father, my ex-husband, had went there. And when I ordered an Irish coffee, oh my God, it was so strong. And I was
Right.
like,
Oh God,
I
it'll blow
asked them
you
what
the
kind
head
it
off.
was, and it was top shelf. And I was like, well, is it Jameson? They're like, oh no. And I
Oh
forget
no,
what
no,
they
no, no.
said it was. And that's like real Irish whiskey.
Yeah,
And it
blow your
is
head off.
fucking strong, but I cannot remember. I mean, you got to think about it. The last time I've had an Irish coffee was when I was like 32. I'm 47 now, girl.
Oh, sweetheart, I've got a year. Sweetheart, I was 48 4 weeks ago. So yeah, 4 weeks ago today. Actually, I was 48. So yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
turned
Well,
49.
happy late birthday, honey. Go
Thank
ahead,
you,
Michelle. I
sweetheart.
didn't mean to
Oh,
interrupt you.
Sorry,
no, I'm
Michelle.
just older than both of you.
Oh,
I
No,
just,
believe
you're
me,
not.
yes, I
after
am.
the
I just turned 49.
Oh
Michelle,
my
after
God.
the
I
three
didn't know
shots
that.
of
You look younger than me, Michelle. So you
You
rocking
know,
it.
it's funny. When I was younger, I looked older. Now, as I've gotten older, I've kind of maintained,
I
Yeah.
how I'm
got
supposed to look for my
told
age.
when I was having a birthday party online for my birthday that a younger friend of mine said, "Oh, you can't be 48." And I said, "Well, I was born on the 1st of December 1976." And he said, "No, I refuse to believe it. You have to be 21." Okay, I'll take that. But then if you see my mother, who's in her 70s, she looks even younger than I do. My mother, God bless European genetics. My mother is Latvian. Her parents are from Latvia, and God bless Latvian genetics. Yeah, my mother looks. Oh
Hey,
gosh.
Sophia.
Hey, Brett. Hey, Becky.
Becky, my
Um,
sister. What's up? Good morning, honey.
It's
Lovely to
Sophia,
see you,
guys.
Becky. But yeah,
Oh, I forgot.
I
It's Sophia. My bad.
Oh
oh
my gosh, I
Sophia,
should have put the
we love you.
Dorothy up.
Well, I took mine down to show off my pretty New Year's Eve dress. So
You look delightful, darling. This is a new avatar for another channel that I'm on.
I think
Apparently,
it's cute. I like that.
my wingnut ears are accurate. The only thing that is not entirely correct is I have hazel eyes instead of brown. But if you look at the photo that it's taken from, I understand why they were brown. So yeah,
Yeah.
I have hazel eyes, a beautiful hybrid mix of my father and mother. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
But
Michelle.
Yeah.
but
Michelle.
I do.
Yeah, what's up?
You don't
All
have
right.
an avatar picture at all. I don't know if you don't care. Like it's just the white circle with a little.
No, I don't care.
Okay, because I was gonna say if you wanted to, you could go out and come back in if you wanted to have
I
your
guess I could put
avatar up
my
there. I don't care if it's up or not, but I'm just saying.
Cassie, I've just realized it's 15 minutes to midnight here, and I really do need to get some sleep.
Okay, hon. Well, happy New Year.
Yes, same to you, same to the chat, Michelle. Lovely to meet you, my love. I hope I will see you more often in 25. I won't make
Yes,
any.
ma'am. I love having you here. I'm so glad and blessed that you came. I haven't seen you in forever, and
No, it's been way too long, Cassie.
I love you, girl. So show up
Oh,
any old
straight
time
back
you'd
at
like,
you.
honey.
Straight back at you. And yes, it's been way too long, but I'm kicking off the list of people I've got to catch up with, and you were at the top of that list, my love.
Aw.
So yes. So take care,
Well,
stay
thank
safe,
you,
be
honey.
kind, and if you can't
Yes.
be any of that, don't get caught. That's my only advice. My
All right,
only
honey.
advice.
Happy New Year. Thank you for
Okay,
coming.
Happy
I
New
Year.
appreciate you so much, and I hope I see you soon.
Take care.
Love you, hon. All righty,
Girl, I got a vape.
chill.
Thank you. No, man, I got a new vape yesterday. I got a vape refill, and all I can do is sit here and yawn. And it's a sativa.
Is
It
it
should
a
not be doing this
THC
shit.
vape or a nicotine vape?
I don't get nicotine vapes. That's kind of
Okay.
a waste of my money.
Well, I
No, it's
mean,
a THC.
there's the smoke shop I go to, like they do a box where you can't see anything and you just stick your hand in and
Oh,
whatever
I
you get
gotcha.
is what you get, but they're $1. But I do that there and get them for $1. I normally get 2, but that's only because like if I'm out with either one of my daughters, they don't smoke. I'm not going to smoke in their car or anything, you know. And my best friend that I hang out with, her boyfriend smokes, but they don't smoke in her new car. So if I'm out with her, then I have that. So that's why I was asking if it was a THC or a nicotine. Now that
No,
we've
it
cleared
was
that
a
up and I
THC.
know that it's the other one, okay, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, I wish it would have been $1 or $2. That would have been
Yeah, well,
nice.
those are just for nicotine vapes. They were $1. Now I just got a nicotine vape the other day. It was on sale. It was like a $70 vape, and I got it for $25 because they did a really good sale the other day.
Oh, you're young, Grizz.
I
Okay.
know Griswold is a lot younger than us. Becky's
Yeah.
younger than, well, Becky's 3 years younger than me. So
Okay.
she's young too compared to me and you. But girl, in your pictures, like I totally thought you were like anywhere from maybe like 40 to 45. I did not think you were older than me at all.
Well, that picture, no, that picture is probably about 1.5 years old that I use where I'm kissing my husband. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have a lot of pictures of myself. I mean, you see me on, well, no, you didn't see me on Paula's live, did you? Or not Paula,
No, I don't.
Lori's.
I don't watch. I don't watch and stuff. No.
You don't
Sorry.
watch Lori's?
Oh no, I watch Lori. I thought
Yeah,
you
I
said
messed up.
Paula.
No,
I was
I
gonna
messed
say,
up
no, I
names.
don't go to
Too
Paula's.
many
But
names.
yeah, Lori,
No,
I always watch. I love Lori. She's amazing. And anyone that thinks that her or Tim aren't anything but amazing people, then there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying. I love Tim and Lori. So go
yeah,
on. I'm sorry I interrupted.
no, I
Yeah,
was
it's a
on
bad habit.
I was on camera on her live, so you can see what I look like.
Oh,
Pretty much just like my picture.
yeah, right.
You know, the ones that need filters. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I can filter. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to filter pictures, honestly. But
Yeah, like
I
I
wish I
don't
did.
filter my pictures because I don't care. All of my lip syncing and get air guitar videos, like my hair is straightened in them, but I don't wear makeup. Like I barely ever wear makeup, ever. I don't filter my pictures like the picture that I have as my avatar right now from New Year's Eve. Like that's not a filtered picture. I have on some eyeshadow and that's it. but I don't, put on makeup a lot. It makes me break out. And I never, even if I do wear makeup, Michelle, it's only eye makeup and blush. I never do foundation or anything like that. So, yeah. The only time I know how to filter a picture is on Snapchat. And that's only because you can take a picture of yourself and they have all these little things at the bottom to where you can change it, like your little bunny or a dog or, makeup. That's the only place I know where to filter a picture at. Other than that, none of my shit's filtered. There's no
Oh,
need to. Just like you don't need to filter anything. You're very beautiful. Shit, I thought
well,
you were a lot younger than what you are. So that
when I
says
went
something.
when I went up on Lori's live, because I was like, okay, I mean, you know how my sleeping schedule is. So I didn't do too much. I had a tank top on. I was nice. I put a jacket on. I threw my hair up in a bun and put glasses on. And I went on camera. And there Lori is looking gorgeous. The other
Oh, I
girl up
know.
on camera was
Lori
gorgeous. And I'm like,
always
what
looks
the?
beautiful.
I said,
Yeah,
shit, I didn't even
Lori's
put no
very
makeup
beautiful.
on.
I know. Well, like sometimes I'll turn my camera on my panel, and even if I do, like my hair might be straightened or it might be in my signature ponytail where I braid my hair because it's just so damn long. I only have to straighten my hair once in a day and it will stay straight. And like, I don't wash my hair every day. You're not supposed to wash your hair every day. So I wash my hair like twice a week. And I got that from my friend that I've known for over 27 years. And she's been a hairdresser that whole time. Like, she's the only one that does my hair. And she told me years ago that it's not healthy to wash your hair like every single day.
It is
So,
not, especially if you
yeah.
have chemicals on your hair. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It
I
dries it
don't.
out really bad.
Ever since my hair's grown back from the chemo, I haven't dyed my hair once. Like I used to do highlights in my hair in the summer. I would do blonde highlights because before the chemo, my hair color was like a dirty blonde. So I would do lighter blonde highlights for the summer. And then when winter would come, I would have her dye my hair like an auburn red, and then I would
Mhm.
do blonde highlights and that. And then sometimes instead of, being redheaded in the winter, I would just have her do low lights and highlights in it, but I would have her put a lot more low lights than highlights in it. But ever since my hair grew back, because it's like a little baby, think about it, when they're born, whether they have hair or not, like
Mhm.
nobody's putting chemicals on that hair until probably, teenage years.
Yeah.
So I have hair like a little kid. Why would I go and destroy it? Like, I
Oh,
will not,
absolutely.
even though there's like tons of different shades that I would like to dye my hair. I refuse to do it. And I don't even use like hairspray and shit in my hair. Like, the only time I use hairspray in my hair is if I have to be outside. Like when I went to my nephew's wedding, my hair was all like curly that day. So I
Oh,
had sprayed
Chris, sorry.
hairspray in it that day. But I use Garnier Fruit Teas and like their shampoo, their mousse, their gel, all of that. If I use any of that, I can still run my fingers all the way through my hair. So,
Chris, I
like,
appreciate
I
that.
use,
He
I'm
gave us a
sorry.
compliment. He gave us a
Oh,
compliment.
thank you, Grizz. I love you.
Hey,
I see it. Let me pin it. Thank you,
yeah,
honey.
as long as my husband thinks that, I'm doing pretty good.
I
So,
know, right? As long as that my boyfriend thinks that about me, then hell, I'm ahead of the game. You know what I mean? But thank
yeah.
you, Griswold. We love you.
He
Yeah,
put up with my
Griswold. I
butt.
don't know if you were here, Michelle. Griswold was saying he's 6'3" and like 220 or 230, and he says
Well,
he's fat. I said that is
I
not
know that's
fat
not
for
true
that height.
because my 17-year-old son, he's 6'4", and he's about the same size as that. So I know for a fact that Grizz is not fat.
Yeah, no, that's not being fat at all. So we love you, Grizz, and we know you're handsome, you little cuddle bear, you. Every time
Every
I see
time.
Griswold, I just like want to give him a cuddle hug, like you would give like a big bear hug. Like I don't know. I love Griswold.
Well, I was telling him in chat, every time I see him, I start singing that song from the movies, that holiday
Oh,
song
yeah,
from the Griswold's Vacation.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Holiday
Yep.
Road. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, I know. I think Becky's favorite Christmas movies were the Lampoon movies too. I believe so. Am I right, Becky? I don't know. I don't want to speak for her, but I could have sworn it was. I did those. I really enjoyed those, but I also enjoyed The Christmas Story. I do know they made a second one. I haven't seen it yet. I've been looking for it on like Hulu and YouTube, but I don't know. I don't know if it's on like Paramount Plus or Disney Plus or something like that. I don't have all that. I have like Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Tubi, and then I use YouTube, of course.
I'm a dork,
So,
Becky. I like White Christmas. It's an
yeah,
older movie, but I love that movie. I watched it with my mom. So yeah.
yeah. Christmas Vacation is Becky's favorite movie. I knew it was. See, I knew it. Thank you, Becky. You can come up if you want, unless everyone's at your house. If you guys ever see my sister in chat and she's not up on the panel with us, it's not because she doesn't want to, but she won't do that when her husband and her kids are home, because it's more important for her to spend time with them. So that's why she doesn't come up. If you just see her in chat, she's not coming up. That's why. It has nothing to do with anything else. So,
Well, I will tell you
but
this, probably in like 10 minutes, my hubby will be calling me. He gets off at 7. So just letting you know.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, when your husband calls, let me know, and then I'll just end the live.
Okay.
So I just wanted to do like a Happy New Year's live and say Happy New Year to everyone. And it's 2025, y'all. I'm so excited for it. And it's nothing but positivity from me and over here and from the people that come on panel. So, like Michelle,
Yeah, I'm
she's a
like
wonderful lady.
75% I'll be positive.
You know, I tested positive, right? You know what for?
What?
GAME. You get
You
it,
said,
game. I tested positive for game. It's from that movie.
I thought you said C. Like,
No,
and I'm
I
like,
said
okay.
G. I said GAME. It's from that movie. God, what is that movie called? Where the kid, his dad's rich and he acts like like, you know, that he should be in a gang, and he lives in Malibu.
Malibu's
And
Most Wanted?
no, not Malibu's Most Wanted. God, what was it called? And he
Freaking
was
funny
like
movie.
acting like he was a rapper, and his dad was running for like governor or something. So they paid these two actors to like kidnap him and take him to the hood and try to make him, you know, not be like acting hood and stuff. He even says in it, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. God, what the name fuck is the name of that movie?
I have no freaking clue.
It might be Malibu's Most Wanted. Hold on,
That's
let
the
me
only
look
one I
it
know
up.
that's
I
like
think it
that.
is. I think it is. Hold on, you might be right. I'm gonna look it up.
It's been a
real
long
quick.
time since I've seen that movie.
Let's see it. M-A.
But now you're making me want to go back and rewatch it. I actually follow Jamie Kennedy on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what his name is, Jenny Kennedy. Yeah, it is
Mhm.
Malibu's Most Wanted. That's where it's from. Because
I was
remember
gonna
when
say
they
that's
sent him upstairs with like those two girls when he's at that one guy's house and he gets the tattoo, and He's like, oh, he tells the girls, like, oh, this is, our boy, take him upstairs. And that's when he told the girls when they were kissing him, he's like, I tested positive, right? And they jump up, they're like, what? And he's like, for GAME. But yeah, it was Malibu's Most Wanted. You were correct, girl. You were correct.
Yeah, I don't watch too much TV anymore, except for my ID channel when I lay down.
Yeah. I love watching the first 48. That's like one of my favorites. I do the ID channel.
Yep.
And then there's these people that I follow on YouTube. They go by the Misery Machine. They do a lot of cases, that I've never even heard of before. And that's a really good one. Like if you're into all that kind of stuff, and I know you are, check out the Misery Machine. I told my mom and my sister about it, and Becky even liked it, and so did my mom. So it's on YouTube. They're called Misery Machine. I think they're girlfriend and boyfriend that do it, but it's extremely good. Like some of the cases that they've talked about, I've never even heard about. And I guess it's because like it didn't make nationwide news. It just made like news in their state. So there's a lot of cases that I've never heard of. I'm sure you've never heard of. So yeah, I would check that out. It's awesome.
I'll have to check that
This
out.
is my bleep. Yeah, it's not a party till Cousin Eddie arrives. You were talking about your tip though, girl. I'm sorry. Go back to your tip that we were talking about.
My what? Oh, my
Your
cartridge?
vape. Yeah.
My vape. Oh no, it's just making me tired and I don't know why.
What is it? Is it like indica, sativa,
No, it's
hybrid?
sativa.
Well, listen, sativa is supposed to give you energy. They call indica. Have you ever heard the term indicouch? It's because if you take indica, you're going to be super lazy and tired.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
a
but this is a sativa.
hybrid is the best of both worlds. But when I have a sativa one, it does make me like more alert than if I did indica. Like if I do indica, it's like 5 minutes after I smoke, I want to go and lay down. So I normally do a sativa during the day, and then I do an indica at night. Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
All right. So Becky, you still in here? Are you still out there? Yeah, man, I can't quit yawning. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact I've been up since, 6 o'clock last night. That can't be it.
Alrighty, I'm sorry, I'm back. I had to
Pot.
go grab more water. I was dying of thirst.
It's probably because I've been up since 6 last night. That's probably why I'm tired.
And you're still up? What are you doing, girl?
I can't sleep.
I know
When
you
he's
can't
not here,
sleep. I know you
and-
can't sleep, but geez Louise.
A little bit of
So
insomnia.
he's back on his regular schedule.
Yeah.
And then I know you get a call every morning. What time is that call over?
Well, it just depends on what he's wanting to talk about or what he has to do in the morning. But we only usually talk.
No, I'm talking
Oh, you talking about my
your-
sisters?
Yeah.
She usually calls me around 6:30. We talk till a little after 7.
Okay. I'm just like trying to figure out because I do contact you every morning and sing Michelle, my Michelle to you, but I don't want to interrupt you like when you're on the phone with your daughter. So I was just trying to figure out like what times you're not available. That way I don't try to, call you and interrupt you when you're on the phone with your husband or your daughter.
No, my husband, he's supposed to get off at 7. Oh, trust me, I ain't going strong, Grizz. I am not going strong at all. Right when he gets home, I'll probably collapse in bed.
Yeah.
But no, my sister, she'll call it around 6. That's when she's working. I think she goes back to work tomorrow.
Okay.
She works at the school district, so
Yeah.
she's on their schedule.
So, well, that's good. Y'all, I got this freaking vape. It's called cinnamon spice. It is so damn tasty, you guys. It really is.
The one I got ain't. I don't
Yeah,
even know what it
sometimes
was.
like I stay away from anything that says like platinum or anything like that because I think to me they taste very perfumey. So I try to go like with ones that are like blueberry or something like that, or like, there's a one I really like. It's called strawberry tangy. That one's really good. It's fire plus it tastes good. So I go with more of like the fruity things than like, oh, there's some of the OG Kushes I'll do, but I don't do anything that's grape. Um, a lot of like some of the Kushes to me taste very perfumey. So I normally stay with like I said, the um fruit like flavored ones and stuff like that over anything else.
Well, I mean, I loaded my grandson up with Mountain Dew and I let him go pick it out for me. So I'm just kidding.
Uh,
But my son,
nice.
no, but my son did go pick it out for me. I didn't feel like going out, and I was like, man, go out because you're gonna get some anyway. So just get me one.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what he got.
See what I do is like when I go online to look at the dispensary for what I want, I don't normally care what the name of it is. I go by the THC level.
Right.
But like normally the ones like if it says we've got some here that's called platinum or whatever diamonds, those kind of ones are super perfumey, so I know to stay away from them. But they're never really a high THC level. Like the one I have right now is like a 97%, THC level.
Right.
So, and it's called cinnamon spice. So I was like, oh, okay, it's kind of like a spice thing, whatever, like that won't taste perfumey, and it doesn't. It actually tastes very fruity. I'm kind of really surprised. But yeah, I do a lot of like, I'll do like diesel sour. I don't do Northern Lights, and that's because I'll do it in flour, but not in concentrate or in a tip. That tastes super perfumey to me. So if you're afraid you're not going to like it because it's too perfumey or something, always try to go with any of the ones that, have a fruit in it, like strawberry, blueberry, whatever. Those ones you'll like a lot because they're not going to taste perfumey. If anything, they're going to taste fruity,
It's so
So,
funny talking like this. I
but I'm
mean,
sorry
I
you
don't.
got a shitty one.
Oh, I mean, it's not bad. It's a nice body high. I don't like the head high so much. I like the body highs, but it's so funny talking like this because the last time I smoked pot a lot was like in my teenage years. And with how old I am, we didn't have all these things. We kind of got whatever was in the dime bag or whoever gave us free joints. You know what I mean? You didn't know what you were getting. You're like, whatever. So it's just kind of funny now you can choose.
Yeah, like if I'm going to get flour, I never care what the name is. I go with the THC level. And people will be like, oh, what'd you get? Like, what's the name? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even look. I was like, I don't care about that. I was like, I go for the THC level. I was like, not for the name. Like, shit. I mean, I'm 47 years old. Like, when we were buying I started smoking weed when I was 16. But like back then, a quarter was like $25, but it wasn't like, oh, this is, OG number 25, there were no names on nothing. It was like, here's your shit.
Yep.
Like, we were perfectly fine without all these crazy ass names on shit. Like, so that's why I really go on the THC level. And after I see like whatever THC levels the highest, then I'll look to see what the name is. And if it happens to say diamonds or platinum or whatever, then I'll look for like the next step down, like, maybe one or two down instead of like this one, maybe like one that was 90. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but to me, it's always, because I'll go in there and want flour, and they're like, oh, well, what do you want? And do you want this? I'm like, anything that's got, I was like, whatever's got the highest THC level. They're like, oh, okay. And they're used to dealing with me now because I only go to this one place. So even when I come in for tips and I'm like, oh, because they'll have like a list. They have like these little computers in there where you can look at like the whole list of everything.
Yeah.
And I'll look at home at the list to see just what the deals are. Oh, and I'm like, oh, okay, all of these ones are on sale for this much. So I'll go in and I'll be like, oh, I want one, in this price range. And they're like, oh, well, what's the name of it? And I was like, look, I don't care as long as it doesn't say diamonds or platinum. And I was like, whatever has the highest THC level in your fruit, because I do a lot of their fruit. And they're like, oh, well, we have this one. And it was on sale for fucking $25. Like, and it's a gram tip. I was like, how can you go wrong with that? Like, I have my medical card. Like, how can you go wrong with that? Because normally the ones that are on sale that cheap normally are like between like 50 and 70%. And
Yeah.
sometimes they have them to where they're high and on sale. Otherwise, I go with this one brand down here. It's true. It's the actual dispensaries like brand. And I normally go with that. And like, you can always, without it being on sale, you can get like a 1 gram tip for like $35-40. It's never, any higher than that. And then like on flour, we have one here that's called Florida Grown, and it's actually like a Florida grower somewhere. And that one's cheap too. Like that one, because it's local, that one, their stuff is cheap too, but I think they just do flour. Good morning, Victoria. Happy New Year. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in, honey.
I'm sitting here laughing to myself going, oh my God, I'm starting to sound like AD. Somebody stop my make me stop, man.
Stop. Listen, Linda.
Weed, man.
Listen,
I got
Linda.
the best
Listen,
weed.
Linda. Stop. Woosah. Woosah. Okay, now go back to what you were saying after you told me to tell you to stop. There you go. That was me trying to get you to stop. It wasn't very successful because I'm having a great time laughing and just talking to you. This is great.
No, that's just AD all the time letting you know how good his weed is.
Oh, yeah, right. I know. I mean, I'm just saying it for the price because I know like certain places, even if it's legal or medical card, certain other places, like there's a dispensary down here that like a lot of people like using. I don't ever go there because they're the most expensive dispensary down here. So I will not go to them. Other people go to them because they think because it's so high priced that they're getting something way better, and they're not. They're getting something that you can get at a other dispensary for half of the price, like you're paying for the name.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Yeah. So it's like, it's pretty basically the same shit. Why wouldn't you go where it's cheaper? You're paying for the name to be like, oh, I went to this dispensary, like, blah, blah, blah. Because it was like one of the very first dispensaries that were like ever opened here. So that's why so many people think they're like the best. And I'm like, no, they're the most expensive.
Well, Grizz, I had to do something. I can't drink much anymore. So yeah. If I could drink, I would have definitely had my vodka. Give me about 5
I did
shots
like
of that,
half a glass of wine last night. That's what I did. So
no, when I drink, I don't go for wine or anything like that. When I drink, there's a purpose, and I'm wanting to get somewhere. So I get clear fluids.
Yeah, see, I'm like you. If I really like get a wild hair across my butt and decide
Yeah.
like, hey, I want to get drunk, it's either vodka with cranberry juice, or I'll just buy a bottle of Goldschlager and I'll do shots. But with me,
Mhm.
I don't chase it with soda or nothing because I don't like that. So I chase it with straight water. So when I drink Goldschlager, yeah, like a pint of Goldschlager, I can drink all by myself. And because I'm chasing it with water, by the time that pint's gone, I'm shit faced. So
Yeah,
if
5
I'm
shots of
going to
vodka.
get shit faced, I will. Like me and my friends, prime example, me and my best friend that's down here and her boyfriend, she called me up one day and she's like, dude, Savannah Dexter and Barbo Gator are coming, to the place that we always go. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, because she had seen it like 2 months in advance, the tickets were like $15. So we all bought tickets, right? All the way up to the day before the concert. My friend's calling me, oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. The day of the concert comes and I call her. I'm like, hey, are you guys, on your way out here to pick me up? And she's like, oh, we don't want to go now, but I'll pick you up and take you, but you'll have to find your own ride home. And I was so pissed that I had to go to that concert by myself. I drank Sex on the Beach all night and got completely hammered at the concert. Like, girl, I don't even have pictures from that concert. You want to know why? I fucking went live on IG and fucking showed the whole performance of Savannah Dexter and Barbo Gators, so I didn't have not one picture. And they didn't do a meet and greet or anything like that. So, yeah, I had to like find a cab home. Vinny's back. Yay. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Eve and a great start to your happy new year. Love you, Vinny Vin. But yeah, like I tied one on that night. I got shit faced because I was there all alone. Like, luckily, I ran into a couple of people I knew. So they stood with me, like at the stage. But when I asked them if they could give me a ride home, they lived completely far away from where, like, I lived in a different direction. Because what sucked was a car drive, I'm only like 8 minutes away from the fucking place, but I'm not going to try to fucking walk home at 2 in the morning in the dark all the way back to my fucking house.
Yeah.
So I had to get a cab because I don't have Uber or Lyft like downloaded into my phone. So I think I used Bluebird taxi. But like I was on the phone with this is what happened. I was on the phone with Bluebird Taxi, right? I'm on
Yeah.
hold, on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold. Well, me and the people that I ran into, like it was a guy they knew. He was there, but he was like real shy and didn't say hi or nothing, right? Well, he
Yeah.
sees me standing outside and he comes up to me and he's like, do you need a ride home? I was like, yeah, actually, I do. I only live like 8 minutes away from here. I'm like, I've been on hold with Bluebird ever since the concert ended. And that was like a half an hour. And I was still on hold. And he's like, well, I'll give you a ride home. And I really didn't know the dude all that well. He was shorter than me and shit. But I was so drunk. I was like, yeah, fine. He drove me to the house. He's like, can you get in? Okay. I was like, yeah, I don't even need you to get out of your car. I was like, thank you for driving me home. I appreciate it. Goodbye. And I went straight in my house. So, but yeah, I was so hammered. I was tired of waiting for a Bluebird taxi. So when he asked me if I wanted a ride, I was like, yep.
You're lucky you didn't have some crazy person.
Oh, I know. I mean, I had a weapon on me anyways. So because I have a concealed carry and they don't like check you when you go into the event like that. Like they don't. So like that was in my purse. So I really wasn't worried about it. But I did know he was with the other people that I knew. Cause
Oh,
I
okay.
text because I text the girl and I was like, hey, he asked me if I want to ride home. This dude ain't no serial killer or nothing. She's like, no, I'm surprised he even asked you. She's like, he's an introvert and he's
Oh,
very fucking shy. Like
Cassie,
when I got
Cassie,
introduced
my
to him,
husband's calling
okay,
in.
all
All
righty,
right.
honey. All
Love you.
right. Love you.
Bye.
All right. Bye, honey. All right. I said when Michelle was leaving that I would end the live. We're at an hour and 49 minutes. I'll stay live until the 2 hour mark, and then I'm going to drop down after that. So, but yes, Happy New Year, Vinny, Victoria, Griswold, Becky G, Brookie, everyone that's come into my chat. Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2025. I know I'm starting the year off right. So I hope everybody, I wish everyone nothing but the best in 2025. And if you're working hard for stuff, for your dreams or your family or your kids, I hope that all the wishes you have and the goals that you're working for are able to be, done this year because you guys deserve it. So I'm not leaving yet. I've got 10 minutes. So if anybody else wants to grab the link for 10 minutes, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk to y'all. And that'll be that. All right, Griswold. Happy New Year, honey. I love you. Enjoy your breakfast. Victoria Smith, how was your New Year's Eve? Did you have fun? Vinny, what'd you do for New Year's Eve? I know you smoked the fuck out. So, and I loved the new Tweakerville video, Vinny. It was great. Thank you. It was like I asked you, and like a couple hours later, there was one. Thank you, sir, for being so on the spot with requests. So, what'd you do? Did you who'd you have? Did you just hang out with your family or whatever, Vin? Me and my boyfriend hung out. So that's what we did. And I had him take my pictures. Oh, that's his new toy. It's a dog. That's comical. My boyfriend got my dog a toy, and it's like a little dog. It's weird. It's funny. I think it's funny anyways. So my New Year's Eve was good. We celebrated my younger sister's birthday. Oh, well, that's awesome. Damn, your sister's really born on New Year's Eve? That would suck, man. I would hate to have to share my birthday with like a big holiday like that. Just like I think it would suck if you were born on Christmas, because like it's going to be like, oh, these are your Christmas presents plus your birthday presents. Like my son's born on December 6th. And it sucks that when he was a kid, that I would have to go and buy his birthday presents. And then just a few weeks later, it was freaking, Christmas, and I had to buy him Christmas presents. So that was always something hard. But yeah, Victoria, me and my boyfriend just hung out at the house. Like we didn't go anywhere. I live like 5-10 minutes away from downtown, and they do a big ball drop, and all the bars charge ridiculous cover charges, but they also put bars outside where you can get like low shelf liquor instead of just getting beer. And it's always like elbow to elbow people. I've had drinks spilled on me when I've been out there. I've been stepped on. Somebody accidentally bumped into me and burnt me with a cigarette. So, and I can't be around a lot of people like that. I get panic attacks. Oh, damn. Dang, that's crazy, Victoria. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, you guys. It's just too much for me to go downtown. I get panic attacks. It's not worth it. Like everyone downtown is in like their 20s, 30s, and maybe early 40s. And it just gets ridiculous. And I just can't be around that many people. So we don't go. I mean, they set off fireworks. We can see the fireworks from my back porch. So I don't even buy fireworks because other people set them off around us, and we can see them from downtown. So that's what we normally do, is just chill and watch movies.
Hey.
Will you heat that up? It's ice cold. Thank you, babe. That's cool though, Victoria. That's crazy though. Why won't it highlight your comment? There we go. So, is anybody doing anything today? I've got to take down my Christmas tree and all of my Christmas stuff. I always take it down on New Year's Day, so that's what I'm getting ready to fucking do. Is get this crap taken down and put away until next year. So, but all right, you guys, I'm gonna go so I can get all of this Christmas crap down. Ugh. I hate getting it up and then I hate taking it down, but it's going down today. My oldest nephew's birthday is Saturday. Oh wow, awesome. I hope he has an amazing birthday, Victoria. You guys, everyone in chat, I want to thanks for being here to support me and show me love. I really appreciate it. I love you all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to the people in the bushes. I don't know when I might go live again. You just never know. It's just one day I'm going to pop up. So that's how it's going to be for right now. But I love you all. I hope everyone had a safe and happy New Year. And I hope nothing but the best for all of you, whether you like me or you don't. I still wish the best for everyone in 2025. Love y'all. Bye.